Hey guys, this is Dushawn London here. I'm at the Barclays Center where Memphis and NC State squared off in the Barclays Center Classic. The game went back and forth, but Memphis was able to go up 55-39 going into the second half. This lead would be too much as NC State couldn't get any answers in the second half. Point guard Tyler Harris were able to hit a huge shot to really cement the game for the Tigers. Boogie Ellis was able to put up 21 points with fellow big man Precious Achiuwa put up 50 points and 11 rebounds, coming back and playing in his home city.
So Precious, how did you feel playing back in New York and playing here at the Barclays Center?
It was amazing, especially on a day like this. Thanksgiving, just being able to play in front of my friends, my family, and people I pretty much grew up around and went to school with. Just on a day like that, I think it was special. And I'm grateful for that.
Just for whoever wants to take it, the second half surge there. What does that tell you about yourself as you're going? Because you're able to handle that. It's 2 games in a row now. Run
I mean, basketball is a game of runs. We had a good run in the first half of the game. They're a good team. You can't really take any credit away from them. They came back in the second half, had a good run. But we got to understand this is just part of basketball. We're also a really young team, so it's just a part of growing and learning about the game at this level. So at the end of the day, we just glad that a lot of guys stepped up and fought, and we came out with the win. So that's important.
Boogie, you felt like a lot of people were waiting. They knew that scoring explosion was possible for you. What was it that was sort of key to you having such a big first half?
Really just staying in the gym, staying locked in, waiting for my turn. We have a great team, so every game, any game could be anybody's night. So we just stay locked in, stay in the gym, just lock into doing the little things.
When did you know that you were on, that you had it?
I felt good during the warm-ups and stuff like that, and I've been working hard in the gym, so I expected to have a good game to step up for my team.
Especially the first 5 minutes. That was the only time NC State led. I think they were kind of rolling early. You scored 9 of your 21 points in that first 5 minutes. Keep you guys from falling too far behind.
Yeah, my teammates found me, and I found a way to get to the basket and stuff like that and score. So I couldn't do it on my teammates. They got me open. Alo made great passes, and DB got me open too. So.
Precious, did you see that in practice? I'm sure you see it in practice, him and his scoring ability.
Oh yeah, Boogie's somebody that can really score the ball. I know the past couple games he's had a little up and down, and people started questioning his skill set. But the thing I give him credit for is this is probably the first time I'm saying this, because I see him every day. He stays in the gym no matter what happens. He has a good game, he has a really good game, or he has a really bad game. He's gonna keep doing the same thing. He stays with the same routine, works really hard in the gym every day, and that's just something I admire about him. I've never actually said it before, but he goes hard every single time he works out. I've seen him work out, and that's just amazing. I knew one day it was going to show, the work is going to come out, and today was the day.
The last shot you hit, Precious, was a pretty big one. I would say it was probably the biggest one until Tyler hit his one in the lane at the end on the lane. Just talk about how that play developed, if you would, and how you saw it.
We were in the same play, and the first time I was able to get to the basket, so I knew the second time they were going to come up and stop me from getting to the basket. So I was like, I'm just take whatever the defense gives to me, and that's a shot that I practice and work on every day. I knew it was going to be a day, a situation that I'm going to need it, and today just happened to be that day. So I was comfortable taking that shot because I worked on it and we went in.
Boogie, you guys have now traveled from Portland to New York. How do you think all the miles have really affected your team and you guys have had so far?
It's been a lot of traveling. It hasn't really affected us. Just pretty much traveling, getting to do what we love. So it's a great opportunity.
Fellas, how did it feel to get a win like this on Thanksgiving in New York?
It's my first time here, so it feels great.
I'm from here, so it's really big for me coming in. I have a lot of people in the stands. I really took pride in this game because my family came to watch, my friends. I haven't been here in a long time. The first time I've been here in my stands, I went back to school, went to school But just coming back and winning this game was really big to me, and it was really important because I just wanted to stay locked in the whole game and make sure we came out with this win.
What are you guys thankful for, being that this is Thanksgiving, as it relates to the team?
I want to be thankful for my coaching staff. You know, they really believed in us. We're a bunch of freshmen, but it's just like the continued teaching every day that just stuck with us, being patient with us, and they know what we can do. It's just they know it's going to take a while, but I just want to be thankful to them, the rest of my teammates, for just believing in ourselves and what we could accomplish at the end of the day. We're gradually seeing what we could do coming into fruition, and we hope, you know, we finally turn out into what we're going to be sooner than later. So,
One last question. How many people were here in your
a lot. And I'm looking at the stands like every other person I saw, I just knew them, you know, my friends, my family, there's a lot of people.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't be more prouder than my team coming in, you know, without Lester, without James, bonding together. I saw the focus from when we first landed all the way until we took the ball off, and I knew that it was a good feeling, and we were well prepared. And I felt like after the Oregon game, that we grew up, and even more so after the Ole Miss game, we grew up more. So coming into this game, I felt pretty good. That's why we played the schedule that we do, because we want these young guys to face tough teams early and see how we deal with adversity. And today, man, we hung it great.
You said Monday that you wanted Boogie and Damian to grow up and move in and grow up some of the rest of out. Obviously, Boogie kind of answered that pretty loud and clear.
Yeah, absolutely. But Boogie, it's like Precious said earlier, he's the hardest working guy on the team. You have to kick Boogie out of the gym. And he had some woes early, but it's never gonna last with him because he's gonna keep plugging away. And I was so happy to see him have some shots go down early, him get to the basket, him be very successful. That's who he is. You know, that was his best game of the year, and it was on time against an ACC opponent on the road in the Barclays Center. So, you know, that's big.
What's the key to keeping that up and making it consistent?
Well, I mean, you ride with your guys, man. I love my guys. They work hard. So the key to keeping that up is just continue to put him in positions to win, to put all these guys in position to win, to give them the ball in their sweet spots, and know that they're going to make those shots more so than not.
Tyler redeemed himself with that shot. He had a turnover that was a few seconds before, and he missed it. He layup that I don't know if the ball slipped or what. But he stuck with him. That was a huge shot.
Yeah, you know, I really believe in Tyler Harris. He was built for these moments. He's small in stature, but he has a humongous heart. And he's a guy that at any given time can get hot. And he made a big bucket for us down the stretch. Even though we made some turnovers, still stuck with him because I knew he was going to turn it into a positive.
That first half, if you back turnovers total, it seemed like everything was going on.
Yeah. Well, what we were doing was we were controlling the game with our pick and roll, and they couldn't stop him. Obviously, we knew they were going to make adjustments. We have a very young team, so we knew it was going to be some hiccups there, and obviously we turned it over 12 times in the second half. This is part of being young and trying to do too much. You know, when they went on that run, which all teams are going to do, we panicked a little bit and then kind of sustained at the end.
Do you think putting Alex in sort of stopped that panic? It seemed like once he got in the game, the run kind of slowed.
Yeah, he's another guy that's built for these moments. I mean, you don't win 6 state championships in 7 years and not understand how to win and be in pressure moments. And Alex is definitely built for this, just like Tyler.
Started DJ, played Malcolm, just kind of,
Yeah, it was kind of unfair to play Malcolm in this game. He wanted to play so badly, but this is a huge game on national TV on Thanksgiving. But I was proud of his effort. I'm sure he's disappointed, but it's only going to make him work harder. We love what he did. He made some really good plays for us out there. And you can only imagine the nerves. This is his first game in a long time. And to be able to come out here and play on the national stage like this and even get on the floor was big for Malcolm.
And congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
How did it feel getting a win in New York on Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for? And do you feel like now that you guys won, the food's going to taste better tonight?
Oh my God, yeah. But honestly, it felt great to get a win in the city. You know, the Barclays Center, you know, we appreciate the hospitality. Great facility to be able to win on this NBA floor against a very good opponent. It was great. I'm just thankful for life, man. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my team. I'm thankful for being the head coach at the University of Memphis. And man, I'm so thankful for this win because God has been really good to us. No, he can't travel.
It's part of the.
Yeah, it's part of that NCAA deal. And to answer your question, yes, it's going to make the food taste better. But yeah, no, he can't travel.
Is there a concern that with the suspension that it will kind of stunt Jamie's kind of development because he's not getting game action?
Well, I think that's our strength as a coaching staff in developing. But obviously, you want him on the floor. And it's going to hurt some because he's going to be out there, 12, that many games. But James is very smart. He understands, he watches a lot of film, he's a student of the game. And I think he'll hit the ground running when he comes back. He's just that special because he's willing to do whatever it takes.
Okay, and you talked about your group's youth, but what does it say about your group that you shoot 76% from the line for the game and in the final minutes you're knocking down big free throws?
Yeah, it says a lot because that's kind of been our Achilles heel with the turnovers. We don't shoot free throws well. And tonight, they stepped up and did that. Or today they stepped up and did that. It's just, we're just seeing them grow up right before our eyes. And I was thinking it was going to be around January, but to see some of this now, we're not where we need to be yet, but we're growing, but to see this in November right now is big.
What would you like to see going forward from your team? What do you want to prove on the ones?
Obviously, protecting the basketball. Like I said, three turnovers in the first half. We had the game under control. We can't panic. We kind of get into hero ball, what we call it, a one-on-one ball, too much. Keep sharing the basketball, moving it from side to side to kind of get the defense moving. Also, just defensively rebounding the basketball. We out-rebounded them 39-26, which is amazing. But just rebounding the basketball the way we do it at a high level. Those two things, protecting the basketball and rebounding and making our free throws, those are the three things that we want to work on.
And you talk about Damian Ball and the impact of today?
Yeah, Damian he's freakishly good because he's so long arms, and he can definitely cause havoc on the defensive end, and he can get to the basket. Made some great plays, and right now he's in kind of that foul mode. He's so aggressive that he's getting called for a lot of fouls. So he's smart enough to understand how to back off that, but definitely blessed to have him on the team.
And Lance Thomas.
Oh my God.
He was doing a lot of little things. He was setting screens. He was redirecting shots. He had 3 blocks.
Yeah, Lance definitely bought into everything that we've been talking about for the last couple of days. He's another guy that knows that James is out, knows that we need him to do other things, and he stepped up huge for us today.
Good time for one more. With the way that everything was sort of clicking in the first half, and I know you don't have James or Lester right now. How close was that when you were playing at your best to the best you could be with the group of guys you have right now?
Man, that's pretty good. I can't take anything away from those guys because, man, they executed the game plan on offense as well as we have all year, without James, without Lester. What that gives us is, with those two guys, is another deadly outside shooter, and then of course a guy that can punish the rim when they make a mistake, just lob it up to the rim. So, man, this is a part of growth, and this is the best is still yet to come from this young team, and they're starting to understand more now, and I'm proud of that. They're carrying over what we're teaching to the games.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Halftime, if they would come out and they would fight, it would be a different outcome. Unfortunately, we came up a little short, but I thought our guys showed a lot of resilience. I thought we fought. I thought we got after it. Proud of our effort. I thought we dug ourselves in such a big hole. We started the game well and didn't finish the half well. And certainly give these guys a lot of credit. They're very good. You got a lot of guys on the team that understand their role. I know they're young, but they obviously play to their role, and they did a tremendous job. I thought they beat us on the glass. They got on the transition, and when you look at that, I thought that was a difference in the game. So, questions?
What impressed you most about Memphis? Whether it's individually or as a team?
Well, I think they bought in to be young kids. I think they bought in a little bit quicker than people would imagine, meaning that they've got 2 shooters, and everybody understands that. And they've got some guys who play a great role where they're a couple drivers and some guys who can finish around the rim. I thought Precious made some really good plays when they need to. DJ Jeffers didn't have a great game. When you win, when one of your horses don't play well, that means it's a good team.
When you look at the first half, is it what you guys didn't do well or they did well?
I think it's a combination of both. We're not a team that typically gives up 55 points in the first half. I thought our offense struggled because I thought our defense struggled because we wasn't scoring the ball like we wanted to. Even though we had 39 at half. And then I just thought we didn't make plays. We left a lot of things on the rim. I thought they beat us to a lot of 50-50 balls, which could have changed the game. And we lost a couple of their shooters. Scout report, we wanted to take away the paint touches, and we came off shooters. And shooters made some shots and they extended the lead going into halftime.
Can you talk about that in the second half? What exactly do you think your team did well in order to get the game closer?
Well, we fought, and that's who we are. You know, you learn as every coach is early in the season, and we're in our 7th game, you try to learn each team. And one thing I learned about these guys is certainly we have no quit in us. I didn't like my team the first half. It didn't look like my team. That being said, I thought at halftime we made some adjustments, but the biggest adjustment was we competed harder. It wasn't a special play that was hurting us. I just thought we did a great job on ball screen coverage. It hurt us when both Manny and DJ had to go out of the game, and I thought our ball screen coverage suffered a little bit.
Was there a defining moment there late where you guys were pushing, and stopped? Was there like...
No, I just thought some things happened. They made a couple plays late. I think about the and one as they drove. Markel Johnson drives Precious, and actually with a step back 3, if that goes in, it's a different story. We lost the ball a couple times, but we had held those guys. We had stopped them for so many consecutive trips that you knew eventually they were going to make some shots.
I know results matter, but the process that you guys used to play in the second half, do you think that is something that can transition over to conference play?
Yeah, I hope so. Look, it's a loss, but we want to build off our second half. Certainly our second half was way better than our first, but we've got to take that tape and we got to get better in some areas. One of the areas I thought that really we're struggling in is we've got to do a better job of blocking out. We're not blocking out, and then once it's a little different in the first half because I had a lot of combinations in there that we hadn't played together, especially with our ball screen coverage. Once we had DJ and we had Manny in there, we had some guys to be able to protect the rim.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.